Hey boys, welcome back to the Young Guns Career Mode Grand Final. As you see, we are taking on the Dragons. So I wanted redemption at the Melbourne Storm, but the Dragons, they did finish the top of the ladder. I think it was Dragons and then Storm. So obviously the Dragons beat the Storm in the last finals match. As I'm going back here to switch the jerseys around, otherwise it would have been a little confusing. But it's been a good first season, honestly. You know, it's a good side, a good young team. Not too many changes. Like, the start of the year is a little different. You know, Trbojevic wasn't there, Corey Oates was on the wing, and a couple other little changes. But the team stayed pretty steady throughout the year, which is good. Only a couple of injuries and a couple of short suspensions, so nothing really has disrupted us. And apart from, I guess, the Origin period, as we look at the Dragon side, which is pretty strong. It looks very similar to the side in real life. A couple of different ones, but they do have most of the players, I guess. I didn't look too hard, but it looked pretty good as we're running out. There's a trophy. That's what we want, and it is redemption for our last career mode with the Roosters. So, you know, as I've said this before, but the Young Guns career, even if we win this grand final, I do want to go with this career mode for a couple more seasons just to see progression, and because I like playing with this team, dude. It's a good side. As Tim Laffey, though, is gonna bust away from a couple. Munster trying to make the ground up. He's not quite gonna get there. A last effort lunge, but Tim Laffey, he wasn't in very good form for the Dragons. I don't know if he's been injured or if he got injured during the season, or I know he was dropped, but I don't know if he got injured as well as that. But yeah, he hasn't been playing for a while. Obviously Atkin and Tane Milne, but he scores the first try of the game here. So a terrible start from our boys. And last tackle there, I don't know, a little bit flustered, I guess. We're trying to run it. Actually, I didn't really want to run it. It just, the ball ended up in, I think, Tamalolo's hands, and I didn't want to kick it with him. As Gareth Widdop this time takes it around, but Valentine Holmes does good work not to overcommit and was able to round him up before he inflicted more misery on us. But yeah, this game, the Dragons have started out just like a house on fire. We've come out a little bit asleep, honestly. We haven't played awful, but a couple of little errors in defense has cost us big time. As we're looking to click into gear here. Trbojevic has been very strong for us. Tries to step Dugan, not going to happen. Dugan, very good defensively in this game. Pretty good attacking as well, but defensively he's very strong in this game. He's quite difficult to get around. As Milford here straight through and tries to dummy Dugan, but once again the big tackle one-on-one. But we're starting to, like I said, click into gear. It's almost 30 minutes gone in this game, so we've warmed into it. It's only, you know, the Dragons got us to a fast start, but it's only 4-0. So if we can just claw our way back, and that kick right there by Milford was perfect. Getting the repeat set, getting a little bit of momentum, and we're going for the quick shift from the kick, from the dropout. It's great stuff by Munster. Throws the dummy, commits 2 players. That is great stuff. It was all set up by that beautiful kick by Milford. He forced the dropout, which is probably the ideal situation. You know, eat up a bit of time, tire out the Dragons players a bit, and then Munster here does great work, draws in a couple of players, and gets it out to that man Trbojevic, who's been very good for us since coming into the side. And probably, I don't know, like round 6 or early in the season, I made the switch. And you know, he's only like, I think he's like 82 in the game or low 80s, but he's very strong. Unfortunately, a bit of bad luck, honestly. We go for a 40-20 here. It's gonna rebound off one of the Dragons' chasers, and poor old, who was it, Offengawi or Pengai, one of the two, he picked it up and was driven over the sideline, unfortunately. But we do defend well, and Valentine Holmes came up with the crumbs there off the last tackle kick. So almost half time. We're just looking to throw it around a bit. I don't know what that was. It was a little silly play. I thought that was going to be an intercept. Thankfully, we do hold on to it. What are we doing? Just take the tackle. Thank God. Man, watching this back, what was I doing? Last play there. You know, before halftime, I always like to throw it around, but that was a little bit silly. As good offload there. Unfortunately, weren't able to get the last pass away. As Cody Nikorima, the X Factor, is off the bench and on the field, which is always good for us. He provides so much spark for us. I mean, Parcel's really good in this game as well. He's quick like Nicarima, but not quite the same spark. So it's good to have Nicarima off the benches. Our last tackle kick, it works out pretty well, but then I don't know what happened there. I don't know if I just accidentally pressed the wrong way, or I don't know what happened. But it wasn't the worst result. You know, giving the ball back like 20 meters out, it you know, defend well. Not a terrible kick. Has 51 minutes gone in this game. It's still 6-4, so it's tight, dude. It's a nervous lead we've got as we're looking to shift to this left-hand side. Good stuff there. Trbojevic steps around Dugan. The big left foot stands Dugan up, and I was just talking about in the first half Dugan's defensive ability, but the young bull here, Trbojevic, is going to make him look a bit silly. As if we can see the replay, it's beautiful stuff. It's one of those times where it's not the animation. I love doing that. You step a little bit earlier than the player, and it gets them, you know, it changes the angle of it, and it looks nice. And Milford converts to make it an 8-point lead. That is a huge lead in this grand final, considering it's been pretty tight. There's a beautiful wraparound play. That is, I think it was last game we started to throw a few of those together, and that is definitely a play that has come off a little bit in this final series. We've picked up a bit of a new trick. Is right there to Trbojevic. He's had a good game, but he sort of overrun the play right there. Thankfully, though, we were actually a little bit smarter, and we held onto the pass as a terrible option there. Tried to go for a sneaky little chip kick, and it turned out absolutely god-awful, just losing ground and giving the Dragons back in great field position as Matautia there playing on the wing. Obviously, Matautia has gone to the Knights in real life, but he's still playing for the Dragons in this career mode. As last tackle kick, it's not a bad one. It's going to sit up, or Trbojevic is going to take it, and he's going to take the line on. He's almost going to go straight through, but good solid defense by the Dragons, and we must have made a silly error. The Dragons get a chance to hit back here. Fifth tackle, though. What are they going to do? Probably put up a bomb? No, it's a decent little grabber, actually, and unfortunately, Jack Bird, just the momentum took him over the dead ball line. I wanted them to leave it. I thought it was going to go dead, but Bird felt he needed to have a play at the ball, and the Dragons get another repeat set, and this is a bit of a trend. I don't know if it was the Young Guns or the Roosters crew mode where the Dragons just had heaps of sets on our line and eventually beat us. As right here, who is this Tim Laffey, is going to pick up his second try. It was another bomb. It got the bat down, and then I thought we were going to be able to hold him up. The bat down probably wasn't the right option, but a missed tackle there by Holmes, I think. Milford does his best to hold up the bigger man, but not to be, as the Dragons hit back. But that missed goal by Dugan in the first half could be a defining factor in this game. So less than about 5 minutes to go, actually, the Dragons get a chance here. Matautia racing the other sideline. Valentine Holmes comes up with a huge tackle right there. If he missed that, it could have been game over, honestly. He could have raced away and scored. And then a big kick, and Zalesniak does good work there, covers up his fullback, and gets it out of the in goal. So we just gotta play smart. Just don't do anything silly. Probably will do something a little silly, but we are throwing it around. It's good play though. Jack Bird gets it here, tries to get it back to Nicarima. Should have held the ball, but what grand final would it be without us trying to get a try at the death here? Tane Milne goes straight through. There's still a couple of minutes left. They get a full set of 6 here to attack us. Jack DeBellin on the wing there, steps around one. I mean, they've got a couple more tackles left. There's enough time for them to score. Could it possibly happen once again in a career mode? They go for a scoot, a terrible option, but the last tackle here, what are they going to do? They're going to put up the bomb. It looks like it's going to go out. I'm just running away from it. It just goes out of play. We win the grand final. The boys have done an amazing job this year. The young guns, you know, what an awesome game. Honestly, it's been a great final series. We lost the first one to the Storm. I did want to get redemption, but you know, the other games were very tight. This game, grand final, it lived up to its expectations. I thought, you know, both teams played pretty well. The Dragons could have won it at the end there from silly play by ourselves, but there's Milford holding up the trophy, and a 12-10 scoreline. Trbojevic picks up man of the match. I mean, look at the errors. That's pretty good stuff. Pretty much 50-50 possession. Very good game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this series, and look forward to more in the future. I'll see you guys next time.